Hey guys, crew from Blindwave here. I'm Shane,
I'm Aaron.
and today we're watching the gameplay footage that was released for what's it called?
PS4?
Well, yeah, but it's the show the PlayStation show that just had.
Oh, it was like PlayStation Entertainment something or I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've seen already. He hasn't seen it. It was pretty remarkable. So I just kind of want to jump into it, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, you beat Final Fantasy VII.
I got as close as you could to beat it.
You got the Northern Crater
I got inside the crater and had trouble trying to beat like the bosses in there.
on the way down.
Yeah, and once you're in the crater, you can't go back. Like you couldn't go. I needed to grind more, and I had nothing to grind.
Oof.
So I was just like, I just frustratedly gave up. I got as close. I was on the last disc. Put in the last disc. Couldn't get any further. Like Sephiroth, I knew was like just right over there somewhere. I just.
Final Fantasy VII changed my life. It came at a time in my adolescence when I was love-stricken over a certain girl. I played this game. I named the characters, and I just loved that game so much. 7 and 8, both of them. And then I went back and played, not all of the other ones, but I went back and played 4, 5, and 6. Mm-hmm. And I replayed them for the DS when they came out. I haven't played 7, and I haven't beat it in over 10 years. But I fondly look back on it as one of the greater gaming experiences.
7 was the only one I really put time into. Like I played a little bit of 10, a little bit of 8.
Yeah.
But
8 for me is I love 8 so much.
8 was I watched some of the cutscenes and stuff from 8, and my friend Rick and I used to talk about it. He told me a lot about it, but I never actually got to play it.
Yeah.
But 7, just all the time I put into it and the character development and the stories and stuff they had on it, I enjoyed it a lot.
I was a pretty big fan of Advent Children when it came out, especially they re-released on Blu-ray and they made an extended edition.
I don't know if I've seen the extended. I've seen the original.
I think that's the one you own.
Okay, then maybe I didn't realize it had.
Well, because they provide more backstory on Dalzell, or that kid he has geostigma.
Okay.
And they actually make the story a little better. They make the fight better with Sephiroth at the end. They extend it.
Gotcha.
I just love me some Final Fantasy VII. I can't wait till it gets re-released. We do know that, I don't know if you know this actually, but they've announced that it's going to be episodic.
Oh, I heard something about that.
But
I don't know
from
how
what
I feel about
I've
that
looked,
idea.
well, I didn't like it at first, but they said it's more like it's not like the Telltale games with Back to the Future and Walking Dead. These are huge installments.
Yeah. Okay. So is it the idea of
it's like basically like Mass Effect 1, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3.
They give us the first episode all in the city or something like that.
Midgar, I don't know what they're going to do.
But it's only $10. It's all going to end up being
from I understand, these are big, massive installments, so probably have big prices.
See, I could see them doing okay, well, here's this part here. We had time to make this one. Now we're working on making the next part here. This way we can kind of like how
well, that's
Hideo Kojima, when Metal Gear 5 was being worked on, he wanted to release something for the public sooner. Mm-hmm. So he gave us Ground Zeroes, which was a smaller demo-y kind of version. Mm-hmm. But if he would have released it say $10, $20 for Ground Zeroes, and then they worked more and didn't get it all the way done, but they wanted to release more, then $10, $20 for the next installment. Yeah. It all eventually added up to a full game, $60. Yeah. But I don't know. I love Final Fantasy, but if it's ended up being I still haven't bought Battlefront yet because for all of it, it needs to be $110. Yeah. I don't know if I want to spend $200 just so I can replay all of Final Fantasy VII again. I'll just play my old PS1 version.
Well, from my understanding, this is definitely it's not a straight up remake. It's more of a closer to reimagining.
Oh, okay.
They are going to they said they want the game to be actually bigger and longer and more expanded, and they're going to flesh out more things. If you think about it, Yuffie and Vincent were characters that they were
you just kind of found them and they were there.
Well,
right?
they were optional. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you didn't need them at all.
Yeah, so they didn't really have fleshed out stories. So they can flesh out those characters and not make them optional. I don't think they should be optional.
Yeah, they were.
They can flesh out Midgar. And they said they don't want to cut anything. They said they're going to still do the cross-dressing scene. Well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, if you look at the tone of Advent Children, the tone of the gameplay that I've seen, I can't imagine them
doing that.
The cross-dressing scene in a serious, gritty, modern, a modern-day video game universe. But they said they want to keep all the good stuff, and that excites the shit out of me. I just think it looks amazing. So, you want to jump into it?
Let me see, and I want to see what it looks like.
Okay.
Peggy 18. No.
Name anyway? Cloud Strife. And he says it's former soldier. Look, heavy security like this, you want a professional.
It's awesome that this stuff before. We're not. Ooh.
We're paying no more than a few gil.
He looks cool.
Best be worth it about your politics.
Look at that.
Wow, that looks cool. I like that.
We're a Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
He's interacting with the wall.
I like the lighting off his sword.
Yep. It looks like after you blow up the reactor.
You're doing this for the planet. Same as us. Not interested.
A fat boy.
Shoot him. Get back here. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. See, magic summon.
Yeah.
Even though you probably don't have any summons at this point in the game, they're just shown.
Are they tapping attack when they do this?
I'm not sure.
The HUD and stuff reminds me a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
It's a little more.
The giant scorpion monster thing.
First boss.
Yeah. How do you do all those flips with that big ass sword?
He was a soldier.
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool. What do you think?
It looks really good.
I'll tell you what.
The thing that caught me is the way the HUD looked, where even you point out this is like attack, magic, summon, and all that, which they had that whenever you're fighting before. Yeah. But this time, like, it looks like you're more behind the character. Even like him running around all the streets and stuff. Yeah. It's behind the character. It gives me more of a Kingdom Hearts feel.
And now I think the director of this game doing Kingdom Hearts 3, if I remember correctly.
I love Kingdom Hearts, and I love the combat of that so much more than like the turn-based Final Fantasy system. Yeah. Now I hadn't played the newest one with like lightning in them that had kind of like that weird like. Kind of
the paradigm shift.
Yeah, it had kind of that mix of like
I'm a
real-time
13
turn-based
wasn't
combat.
the best Final Fantasy, but I loved the actual fighting. I thought it was fun, quick, and strategic. I thought that was a good modern take of kind of the active time battle, switch back and forth, Pokemon-y type. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this looks a little more like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 15. And that's fine.
I might enjoy that more.
There's something I love about the old school
turn-based style.
Yeah, picking your attack and the elements being important, stuff like that. It's a little slower, but it's fun and it's stressful. But this does look cool, especially for a modern audience. I think they want that more. But also, I know you can switch back and forth between Cloud and Barrett on a fly.
Well, it was neat because like they showed times when like it looked like they were in control of Barrett, and then in control. And it was so much. It puts you so much more in it. I think that's why I like Kingdom Hearts a lot because I was being attacked by something, I could dodge or I could push a button at the right time to block. Yeah. But in Final Fantasy VII with the turn-based style, when he attacks, your guy just stands there and takes it. You know.
Well, like, really the idea is that if your stats if a certain stat was high enough, then you would dodge. Yeah. You're more likely to dodge with you know what I mean.
But if you're paying attention and keeping like your dodge and your parry times and everything right, you could do the same thing with real-time controls.
It basically borrows off the fucking magic type system.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, that type of system.
Or like Pokemon and stuff like that too. Yeah. How those work. Yeah, you build your stats.
And Dungeons and Dragons. And shit. Yeah, I mean,
very true.
Stats. Your shit's
they roll. You know, if they get a high enough versus your stats, they hit you and stuff like that. Yeah, which is true. Which I play D&D and those are fun too, but. You know, there's still something different about being in there and being like, when I square, I swing my sword.
It's
and stuff.
More immersive. Yeah, it makes it's funner, it's prettier.
I'm interested to see what story changes and stuff they are gonna make.
From my understanding, they want to keep the important stuff and still surprise new audiences and surprise old fans. That's what I mean. You know, like, I'm pretty sure if they who's still gonna die.
I'd say if that happens and they change it and they make it like the other one.
Maybe
like you remember the roller coaster casino kind of stuff that was happening, and like you might get this person on your date, or you might get this person, or whatever. Like instead of that one, the other one dies instead, and you're like, wait, what?
That would be too much. I think.
You know what I mean?
That would be kind of crazy.
Like just some little twist like that happening.
I think what they're going to do is just perfect. They might not change that scene too much. I can't even imagine them changing the music that much because you hear the materials dropping down on the.
I like how we've been so careful of, like, for some reason, saying that name, then you just...
Well, yeah. I just...
I'm wondering if they will keep the materia system.
I think
because
they will.
Final Fantasy VII was the only one that had the materia system, I believe. I don't think any of the other ones had that.
Yeah, they all had. Every game has something different.
Yeah, they had some kind of magic.
I love the materia system.
I liked it too.
One thing that was cool about it, like the turn-based quality of it, like you get a weapon, and that weapon will contain like a certain amount of slots for you to put your materia in.
Yep.
And so will your armor.
Yep.
So would that even matter now? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Maybe.
I hope they still maintain that, or I hope they still include that in some way.
Mm-hmm. Well, it could be like.
If not, I'm fine. Like I'm here for the story. To be honest with you.
It'd be neat to see a different story. I like the idea of being more of in control of each character.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if you're fighting with like Barret and Cloud both, and if you are in full control of just Cloud, will Barret still be doing like an AI controlled like attacks and that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? That's one thing I'm wondering. Like in Kingdom Hearts, you have Donald, Goofy, and Sora. While you're controlling Sora, you don't really necessarily control Donald and Goofy. They're just going around doing stuff automatically, but you can kind of set them to be like, use your magic this frequently, use items this frequently, be defensive, be offensive, that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So maybe it's gonna have some kind of system like that if it is in more of that style of fighting.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I don't know. I'm interested. I'm interested to see if they go with the episodic stuff. How much it's gonna be might determine a factor of how. I feel like I want to get it right now. I just don't know how soon.
Nothing would stop me from getting it day one, unless it was revealed ahead of time. It was absolutely terrible, which I don't think it's going to be. I don't think that's going to be the case. I hope they're smart about how they do it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they don't overcharge people, and hope they include as much as they can, cutting out as least amount as possible, adding as much as possible.
Yes, exactly.
And maintain the important parts of what made Final Fantasy VII good, which is like the story stuff. One thing that I thought about, do you remember when Red, the tiger dude, Red 13, Red 14, whatever?
Mm-hmm. Red 13.
I just remembered I named him Jared.
I called him Kokomo.
I named him my cousin Jared.
He was my dog.
Well, there's a scene when you sneak onto a Shinra ship. Okay?
Is
he
dresses like a soldier?
Like, how can they do that in like a realistic way?
I don't know.
That'd be one of the things I think they would change.
They could maybe make it a different character at the time, maybe.
Well, they all dress up as Shinra soldiers. They all dress up undercover.
Yeah.
And he's like, he can't really balance himself.
He's like trying to walk around and wobbling.
Yeah.
I mean.
So that kind of tongue-in-cheek stuff.
Maybe they leave him and someone else behind and only take a group or something. I don't know. Maybe they change up something. I don't know.
Yeah.
They could change some stuff, perhaps.
That's some of the.
I don't know what they do with that.
The stuff about it being a old gen 32-bit game. Some of the stuff, the magical stuff.
I'm interested to see like a more realistic looking Kate Sith.
Yeah.
Right. That was his name, I think. Right.
Yeah.
Kate Sith. That was it was a weird character, but.
Well, I think. I think. I know Advent Children. Those character models are actually dated, but they use those as a base to start from. So I think they'll look similar to their Advent Children counterparts.
Oh, okay. Okay, I could see that then. That might be kind of cool.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say, really, do you?
I think it looks good.
Okay, well, if you guys have any questions or comments, or if we screw something up, let us know. Be civil, please. I haven't played Final Fantasy in years.
Yeah, it has been a while for me.
You want to give them the spiel about...
Oh, we also have blindwave.net. If you can go there, check out everything Blindwave. It's basically Blindwave HQ with all of our reactions, all of our Let's Plays, all of our live feed, our support us page with patreon.com/blindwave. And we also have our Twitter, our Facebook, and if you're not doing anything else, there's a subscribe button right there. Why haven't you clicked it? Right there. It should be right there. If
you want to get closer, click that.
Yeah, click that. Make sure you guys see everything else coming out for Blindwave.
Okay, I'm Shane.
I'm Aaron. Shane, hit the button.